Hi everyone, this is Danny for cupncakesgourmet. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to make this mini baby. Before we start the video, please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell button so you can get all the notifications and new videos coming up. And we are going to start with her face. With the black, we're gonna make a circle, and that's gonna define, as always, how big your topper are gonna be. And then with the skin color, we're gonna press to make a flat and mark the center. This is an easy way to do to make her face if you don't have a hard cutter. So I always have shown on my mini videos cutting her face with a hard cookie cutter. So I wanted to show you guys, then you don't really need the hard cutter for that. But if you have, definitely you can use it because it's gonna be, perfect. But you can just do like this, mark the top and cut the excess on the bottom because we don't see that bottom, and then you place on the ball. If you're starting now and you're not really used to clay or fondant or whatever material you're doing, wait for the black to be dry for them to put the face or to make any details on the face so you don't lose the shape or your ball doesn't look like a really perfect circle ball. For her cheeks and nose, we're gonna make a roll, and you roll your fingers up and down, so it kind of is like this shape, easier showing than explaining. And then we're going to place on right where the skin color then you cut it is. So this part of the cheeks and the nose and mouth of Minnie is kind of low on her face because you still need the space for the eyes and you still need all the details on top of it. So that part you're gonna place lower on the face as possible, then you still can see when you look in front of it. I am marking the mouth. I'm just gonna open up a little bit so I can color inside, because in the end I am going to put a pacifier on her, so it's not gonna really matter, but I want to do that to be able to put another color inside. You can put a clay or paint, doesn't matter. And now with the pink, we're gonna start making a big ball and roll into a pear shape. And then I'm going to show you guys how I make the body in one piece. You can definitely, if you don't feel comfortable making like this, you can just make this pear shape and then make two separate pieces for the legs and then two separate pieces for the arms. But I am showing that you can mark in the center and then vertical and then horizontal, and then you can separate the legs on that piece of all together, like you're gonna have the body and the legs together. I like to use this technique when I have my topper sitting down, especially like a baby Minnie or a baby Mickey or any baby in general, because they normally have those pajamas, the few pajamas or a few overalls and things like that. So the pink will be the whole thing, not like a cut or anything like that. So I don't need to worry about my places getting together and getting a mark or seam or anything like that. So if you separate like this, you have the whole thing in one piece, and it looks more like a fit pajamas, if that makes any sense. And now I am marking, as you can see, I'm talking, but keep watching. And then I'm marking the body where I need to be. I straight up the legs, and now I'm making the feet to be the same size both sides, and then we are good to go. It's a very easy way to make something to be sitting and perfect, because it kind of balance each other, so it stands easier. So you should try, if you haven't tried yet, to separate the feet like that, because it's kind of very cool. And now I'm just gonna use the tool to mark some little indentations to look like a fabric folding, like little chubby ties and cute, because babies, they are cute and squishy. So now I mark that all, and then I'm just gonna make a circle on the bottom her feet, like the feet pajamas then have sometimes different colors or some little different fabric there. So now you see, then I put my head in a toothpick to dry, and then we're going to start making her bib. You can make any color. I just flat and elongate a circle a little bit, and then I am going to place right on the top of the body where the head's gonna line on top of it. It's just to give even more an impression of her being a baby, because the face really doesn't change other than we put a pacifier on, so all the little details, that's what counts. I am going to open a very skinny snake and thin on the sides to make where the, the ties for the bib, where you tie it together. I'm just gonna fold in half, curly a little bit, and put in the back. I made a little heart indentation right there just to give a little detail with the stamper. And now I am just putting a wood skewer through the body to hold the head. I'm cutting the excess off. Always pay attention before you try to put your head down, and then the wood skewer is too tall and then it's gonna go through your head. Through your Minnie's head. So check that before we put it on. Trust me, I did that before. It's totally understandable. You're making things and you just, put it in place and you don't measure. And I normally see I pre-made the hole to be sure then it's gonna go down easy, and I'm not missing the shape of the head because my head's not completely dry yet. And then I'm just gonna place I like to put my toppers with a little tilted face. I think it gives a little bit more of life. So now I open the black and I use just a circle tip for like cooking decorating or cake decorating, just to make 2 circles for the ears. You can make the ear a little thicker if you like, but I am making them kind of thin for my minis. But I like to try new things. I will try to leave all the links and all my minis down below in the description of this video, because I have tons of them holding balloons, sitting, baby, not babies, like a bunch of different ones, so you guys can see that too. I'm just made a little oval with black for the nose and little flat ovals and white for the eyes. And now I'm making a very long skinny snake for her tail, because we cannot forget the tail. And I once forgot the tail on my Mickey, and then it came back to me saying he's missing a piece, and they were right, I was missing the tail. I pre-made my holes for the ears, and then I will put the ears with a toothpick on the head. I always use a little scissor or something like that to grab the toothpick and push it down, so I'm not forcing the clay and the toothpick down to lose the rounded of the ears. So if your ears or your head are not dry, just try to grab something so you grab the toothpick, not the clay. And now we're gonna start with her hands. I made a teardrop shape flat, cut the V to separate her thumb and her fingers. I always say that in every single hand I make. Don't forget that Minnie and Mickey, they only have 4 fingers, not 5. So I'm gonna cut it and making the last one a little smaller. Just gonna round it up, get all the marks and scratches and cuts from my scissor off. I already putting in shape. I want one is gonna be holding her leg and one's gonna hold a little bunny, because why not just show another little bunny doll tutorial for you guys. It's always fun, and it's almost Easter too. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Teardrop shape, flat, cut the V for separation of the thumb and the fingers. And also remember, then you always need to cut this V in different sides, because your thumbs are always next to your body, so you need to make them mirrored to each other. So yeah, and then we're just gonna separate all the 3 fingers. So now we are going to start with her arms. I'm using pink for the sleeves of the little pajama she's in. You make a roll, and then we're gonna kind of flat one side, and I'm using the ball tool with a little bit of my oil to open up where I am going to place the hand. Gonna mark to give the fabric, you know, foldings and marks. Fold it where the elbow gonna be and make the marks of the fabric again. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And then you can already decide if you want her arm to be straight or folded, or, you know, however you want to position your mini. That's how you're gonna decide right now. I'm just marking the little details, and just be sure that they're the same size. And now I am making 2 balls, teardrop shapes, and flatten out for her ribbon, for the bow, of course. Press them down, let them flat. And I'm gonna make them very simple. I just mark the center. I have a video just for a mini bowl, and I have tons of the videos, the minis that had different ones. I'm making a very simple and kind of a smaller for her. Mark the center. Just like that. Put a little ball on the center to connect both sides. And I'm gonna place right between the ears. She looks cute already. Now we're gonna make a bunny. You see I made a ball and a little longer one, 2 little skinny snakes for the legs, 2 smaller ones for the arms and the ears. Then I just made the same thing and I flattened out. I may open a little tiny circle with the white for the belly, and I'm gonna make the same thing for the face, just for like the mouth and nose. I'm gonna mark just a tiny bit because I can put another color for the nose, mark the center of the face, and I am going to put the arms and hands together. I start making my bunny because I will put my bunny together on the body. It's easier for you, especially when you're making any thing holding, like a teddy bear or a bunny bear, whatever it is. So you need to kind of be sure that it's behind your arm or on the top of the arm, so it's easier to have the arms and the pieces of whatever you're putting together already done, so you can place them. So you see I'm putting the bunny lying on her arm, but her hand is holding it too. And now I'm gonna place the arms of the bunny and the legs. I will cross the leg a little bit, and then we're going to place her bunny ears. Sorry, I need to turn around. I don't know why I always do that when I need to glue things on the back. I need to turn it, and then you are. It's not painted yet because it's wet, but you can make 2 little eyes for that bunny as well. And now I made 2 flat circles for the black of her eyes. You also can paint that with any acrylic paint or edible paint or paint or a Sharpie, whatever you feel more comfortable to. I am just using a normal blush, like makeup blush, for her cheeks because this is not an edible. I'm using clay, so that works just fine for me. I'm just going to give a little color to her face, but not too much. And now I made a flat circle in pink and a little snake and a circle for her pacifier. So as you can see, I didn't need to worry about too much about the mouth. And now I am going to put on the face, the head on the body to see if everything is okay, and she's completely done. You can use some chalk pastel after she's completely dry and make the bunny's little face, and you're good to go. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to help my channel grow and I can bring more and more videos for you guys. Thank you so much, and share with your family and friends. Bye.